Good afternoon to each one of you present over here. Most respected Honorable Union Minister for Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is here. This is a great honor not only for the school psychologist but also for all the psychologists in the country. This is our fortune. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor made it possible on the auspicious occasion of the Gandhi Jayanti, bringing our Honorable Minister here to inaugurate this 3 days international conference on school psychology, meeting the challenges in school towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, the program commences with National Anthem.
வாழ்வினில் செம்மையை செய்பவள் நீயே, மாண்புகள் நீயே, என் தமிழ் தாயே. வீழ்வாரை வீழாது காப்பவள் நீயே, வீரனின் வீரமும் வெற்றியும் நீயே. தாழ்ந்திடு நிலையினில் உனை விடுப்பேனோ, தமிழனின் நாளும் தலை குனிவேனோ. சூழ்ந்தின்பம் நல்கிடும் பைந்தமிழன்னாய், தோன்றுடல் நீ உயிர் நான் மறப்பேனோ. செந்தமிழே உயிரே நருந்தேனே, செயலினை மூச்சினை உனக்களித்தேனே. நைந்தாயனில் நைந்து போகும் என் வாழ்வு, நன்னிலை உனக்கெனில் எனக்கும் தானே. முந்திய நாளினில் அறிவும் இல்லாது மொய்த்தனன் மனிதராம் புது புனல் மீது, செந்தாமரை கால பூத்தது போலே செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி. செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி.
University Anthem.
புதுமை புதுமை புதுமையே போற்றுவோம், புதுமை பல்கலைக்கழகமே உமை வாழ்த்துவோம். வந்த கடலை தாராட்டும் ஞான சூரிய குடித்துவிடும், Registrar Pondicherry University sir to give the welcome address.
Most revered, respected Sri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, Honorable Minister of Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and our Chief Guest today, Our Excellency Lieutenant Governor Dr. Felicitation, Madam, and Chief Rector of Pondicherry University, Honorable Member of Parliament, Speaker Sir, MLA Sir of Delegate, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Director, and Professor Mukhopadhyay, former President, InSPA, Professor Akaruddin Ahmad, former Vice Chancellor, Darul Ilsa University, and present President of InSPA, Professor Panchana Malinga, and HOD, Department of Applied Psychology, Professor Rangaya, distinguished dignitaries of the dais, invited speakers, session chairs, delegates, and participants of 12th Annual International Conference of InSPA, and respected deans, HODs, faculty members, officers, and students of Pondicherry University. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be entrusted with the pleasant duty of welcoming this august gathering on the occasion of the inaugural ceremony of 12th InSPA International Conference and also inauguration of Dr. Ambedkar Center for Excellence in Pondicherry University. To begin with, please join me in according a grand welcome to our dynamic and very energetic Honorable Minister of Education, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. Round of applause. We in Pondicherry University Administration have observed, after Sir has assumed the role of Minister in this university, the Ministry has become very active, involved, and responsive. Almost every week, either the Secretary of Education or some senior executives of Ministry of Education has been having constant meetings with Vice Chancellors or Directors of IIMs and IITs, both to give guidance and direction to institutions of higher education, as well as taking feedback from us about our difficulties and deficiencies. So, this is a reflection of high level of involvement of Honorable Education Minister on finer details on issues related to higher education. We, Pondicherry University community, are very much thrilled to have the Honorable Minister in our campus. A big hearty welcome to you, sir. Our Chief Rector and Lieutenant Governor, Madam Dr. Felicitation has been always a great source of inspiration and guidance. Madam, we are very pleased to have you amidst us on this occasion. Welcome to you, madam. I also take this opportunity to welcome Honorable Speaker of Pondicherry Assembly, Sri Selvanji, and we are very delighted to have you here, sir. I also welcome our MLA Kalapet for his kind presence here. Then our overseas dignitary on the dais, Professor Ahmad, and Professor, former President of InSPA, Professor Mukhopadhyay. Welcome to you, sir. Next, we are very happy to welcome all the distinguished dignitaries of the dais, particularly our delegates who have come from overseas, and distinguished professors who are delivering keynote address, invited speakers, session chairs, paper presenters, and all the participants of 12th InSPA International Conference. Finally, I also take this opportunity to welcome our deans, faculty members, HODs, and senior officials from Pondicherry government and our dear students for facilitating a successful beginning of this inaugural function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor K. Tarani Karasu, sir, to adorn a shawl to our Honorable Lieutenant Governor. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor Amane Samatharaya to adorn a shawl to our Honorable Speaker. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor M.S. Pondicherry, Dean, to adorn a shawl to our Honorable MLA. Thank you, sir. Now I welcome Professor Kenneth Lewis to adorn shawl to Honorable Director of Studies. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor B. Mukhopadhyay, former President InSPA, to honor Professor Panch Ramalingam, President InSPA.
Hello. Sir.
You are the president. Sir. Accept it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. D. Rajendran, National Coordinator InSPA, to adorn shawl to Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman, former Director UNESCO Ministerial. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Rajendran Singh, who is part to adorn a shawl to Professor Akbaruddin Ahmed Dhaka. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Professor P. Mark, Professor and Head Department of English, to adorn a shawl to Professor Amane Samatharaya, Registrar. Now I invite Dr. S. Suresh, Treasurer, InSPA, to adorn a shawl to Professor Pondicherry. Now I request our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gurmeet. Now I request our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gurmeet Singh sir, to invite Honorable Minister for Education, Shri Delegate Pradhanji, to light the Kuttu Vilakku.
Good afternoon to international as well as national delegates of this particular occasion. We deeply honored by the presence of Honorable Union Cabinet Minister for Education, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. You are all ever remembering him, whatever he does, very meticulously with the overwhelming response. You all remember when he was a petroleum minister, in one stroke, he made it possible 8 million people to get gas connections. That's why people are praising him as Ujala man, a common people. They may not know who is he, but they are all remembering. Why? He thrown away the wood firing, made it possible. Even the daily cooking. No? That means the entire nation remembering him with the same spirit. Now he is with us. So our Vice Chancellor thought of inviting him. Before he extending the invitation, our Honorable Minister said, I am coming on 2nd October. You can imagine the coordination, the coincidence. No? That's why our Vice Chancellor said, you people are having so many demands on psychology. No need to tell. He is at it. He knows the issues. He will definitely take it out. Don't make any demands. We thought there are 1,700 delegates to this conference. We don't have accommodation for the program. We are concurrently running 3 auditoriums. One is going on in the University Convention Center with 460 teachers are attending there. We are relying with the online. In the another auditorium, our PTU, Pondicherry Technological University, there again 460 students are participating with the help of the Samakra Siksha, Government of Pondicherry. For this particular conference, 30 nations are participating, 76 experts, resource persons, professionals are here. They are all not coming just to read the paper for 5 minutes, getting the certificate, using the government of their nation. They are all really field working. Steve Sadian is here. He is from London and a leading advocate, child activist. Dr. S. Pulonathan is here. He is also from London. He is coordinating entire world, 13 Plus, medical doctors are attending this conference. That is the reason we requested Director AIMS to give the keynote address. In the same spirit, our DRDO, DIPR Director, Professor, Outstanding Scientist, Dr. K. Ramachandran is attending this conference, giving the input for the youngsters, how we can motivate, how we can develop the skills. That is their imbibing quality of these experts. From Nepal, 12 teachers and students are participating under the leadership of Dr. Kavita and Dr. Narendra. Malaysia, 9 delegates are participating under the leadership of Dr. Kudapati Arumugam. From Sri Lanka, Vice Chancellor Professor T. Mangaleswaran bringing 11 delegates from the National Institute of Education. In such a way, Germany, 7 delegates, Switzerland, 2, Norway, for this matter, US, Canada. I have to specifically mention for the Canada. When the Canada, they applied for the visa, the visa was delaying. Then they sent and given the invitation with the minister name and towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Within 3 hours, they released the visa by asking her to come and collect and go. Immediately rush and she is participating here. Dr. Rajan Kailanathan from Australia. So they are all working for the children. Not only the international experts. In India, Professor Maharajin from all the way from Kashmir, Central University of Kashmir, former Vice Chancellor, then Professor Nikat Basu. Likewise, I will name out everyone. All this was happening when the seed was laid by Professor B. Mukhopadhyay from the National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research, Chennai. The same spirit we launched for a training unit way back in 2009. Dr. Archana Thakur, the Joint Secretary, University Grants Commission, she came and lit the Kuttuvilakku, and now this is happening throughout the Union Territory of Pondicherry. So far, 4,000 plus teachers trained by that institute. In such a way, I can spell out everyone. We have an anthem. Professor Gopalakrishna has done it. Professor M.U.R. Raju bringing all the applied psychologists for this particular conference. These are all happening simply because, not because of the Indian School Psychology Association or me or other than our esteemed Vice Chancellor. You may not know his dynamism. Yesterday night, 1:30 a.m., he was asking whether all the scheduled delegates are reached on the particular places or not. I said, sir, everyone is happy and same. But he did, each and every room sent his bouquet to receive. No? Entire university is working toward this mission. Yesterday he made it possible, working day, to conduct this conference. He was very particular that our Honorable Union Cabinet Minister is coming. He is very dedicated. We have to see to that this conference goes a milestone in this history of the school psychology. In that spirit, we are having our Honorable Lieutenant Governor. You are all remembering last year conference in Chennai, University of Madras. Ma'am was inaugurated with his excellent inaugural address. Still people are remembering how a medical doctor having concern on the school children. There also our esteemed Vice Chancellor preside over. In the same spirit, you are all witnessing Honorable Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, emblem Selvam alias R. Selvam. Normally people may think speaker in the sense within the four wall, but you never see him on the walls. He is with the people, always with the people. You may not know at what time he is waking up. If you see 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, They used to say, sir is there attending some marriage, attending some function, attending, laying the stone. Such a vibrant personality given by the Honorable Minister for Education to Union Territory of Pondicherry to work for the society and community. In the same way, our Honorable Member of Assembly is our closely associated this constituency, is supporting this university and for the community. It is marvelous. Our Vice Chancellor every time used to tell, you can properly use our MLA. He is doing lot of things to the people. You ask him to do for university also. In the same spirit, he is helping us. I can quote very few to two other international delegates. Dr. Parasuram Arumugam, former director, UNESCO, Mauritius, as well as he was the Minister for Education for more than 12 years in Mauritius. After serving all these things, now he is serving for the society, especially for the specially disabled children. That is our interest, to invite him, honor him at this occasion. In the same way, our Honorable former Vice Chancellor, Professor Akbaruddin Ahmed, is all-rounder. Whenever, wherever we are organizing the program, used to be with us, helping as well as motivating to go everything smoothly. In such a way, our esteemed Director of Studies, Professor K. Taranikarasu, and our Professor Amaresh Amantaraya, they are all right and left to our esteemed Vice Chancellor. Whatever our Vice Chancellor visualizes, they are executing in a proper way. That is the reason now this university is vibrant. Everywhere you can see how the university is functioning. That is the reason our Honorable Minister for Education extended one more year for his term. Can we not give standing ovation to our Honorable Minister for Education for this particular cause? Again, we are celebrating birthday of our esteemed Vice Chancellor today. Thank you very much. With this, I am thanking all my members of the local organizing committee and those who are closely associated with me. With this, I am thanking one and all for this particular occasion.
Honorable guests, the Speaker, MLAs, Ministers, Lieutenant Governor, all the academicians, and international and local participants to this great event. I would like to congratulate the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, and his entire team, including the hard work that Professor Ramalingan has been putting into to make this mega event a great success. Congratulations. We have been meeting this particular group in different forums. Last, I think it was just before the pandemic in Colombo, where we met the Honorable Vice Chancellor and some team members from here. And that was again a great success. There were participants from different countries, including Malaysia and Nepal and Sri Lanka as well. But this particular pandemic has created a lot of problems all over the world, including in my country. We have researched and we have found that we are at least 2 years behind. The students have lost 2 years, and there are a lot of problems that we are facing now, that without schooling, without any sports activities, etc., including when the schools don't go to, when the children don't go to the schools, the parents, they do not get the allowance which they generally get. And so that has created a lot of financial burden also on the parents of these students who cannot attend schools. With this, I would like to congratulate the Honorable Vice Chancellor for his great support in all these events, and the entire team, including Mr. Panch Ramalingan, for organizing a fantastic event. Thank you very much, sir.
Respected Sri Dharmendra Pradhan, Honorable Minister of Education, respected Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Vice Chancellor of the Pondicherry University, Professor Ramalingam, all protocol observed. I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to felicitate this very excellent initiative that the association has organized today on the context of the 12th International Conference. Let me first of all convey my respect to the Minister and also congratulate you for the leading role you are playing in the development of education in India. I am very happy also to say that I've been observing the development in India for many years now, especially when I was Minister of Education. And I must say that the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, is leading India in a way which makes all of us proud to be Indians. And I'm confident that India will continue to move in the direction of progress, and also will get the message across that India is for service to humanity. The Vasudeva Kudumbakam message has gone very wide. I recall when we were faced with the challenges of COVID, and Excellency Lieutenant Governor gave me a book, the PM and Pandemic Management. And I think we all feel proud what Prime Minister Modi did. And for Mauritius, you know, India didn't produce vaccine only for India. It shared the vaccine with so many countries. And I myself did the Covaxin in Mauritius. I had my 2 doses in Mauritius, and that helped us tremendously in this situation. Let me also share with you my great emotion in being with you this afternoon on this special occasion. My great-grandfather, Parasuraman, and great-grandmother, Muruchi, left Tamil Nadu in 1884, landed in Mauritius, and had a lot of sacrifices and sufferings. But one thing they gave us, they brought with them all the cultures, all the values that they have from India, and instill it in us. And I was born in a thatch roof house. My mother was illiterate, but the guidance that I had in life has managed to take me from that position to where I've been in life. As Minister of Education, advisor to the World Bank, and Director of UNESCO for 12 years, and I feel deep sense of gratitude to India. And I'm pleased to announce to you that after my long service and retiring from UNESCO New Delhi, when I got back to Mauritius, I felt so much gratitude that from where I started to what I've achieved, I felt it was time for me, as from age 60, now to give back to society. I have therefore decided from age 60, as many years as God will give me, it will be dedicated to service to humanity. I have created a foundation, Global Rainbow Foundation, to serve persons with disability in Mauritius. I've done that for 11 years, and I'm pleased to inform you, Minister and Excellency, that I have also set up a similar foundation in India, Global Rainbow Foundation in India, and I'm going to dedicate as much as I can to serve persons with disability here, with your blessing and with the blessing of the government of India. With these words, I would like to conclude in the context of the international conference that I think it's worthwhile to recall the importance of one of the greatest universal scripture that India has. I'm referring to Tirukkural, which was written more than 2,000 years by the saint poet Tiruvalluvar. And I am also very proud when I hear Prime Minister Modi on several occasions, international conferences, recalling about the great value of Tirukkural. And when I heard him some time back saying, I urge the young people of India, across India, to read the Tirukkural and be inspired by the Tirukkural, and that I think will give them all the values that needed for India to continue to strive as a strong, as a powerful nation in the world. I wish the conference all the success that it deserves. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Very respected and honorable Minister of Education, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, our very dynamic Governor, Madam Tamilsalai Soundarajan, Speaker of Assembly, Mr. Selvin, Professor Akbaruddin, our old mentor of this association, Mr. Parsuram from Mauritius, Mr. Kalyan Sundaram, the local MLA from here, sheet anchor of this body, Professor Panchram Lingam, our Pro-Vice Chancellor, as we said, Director of Studies here, Professor Tharani Karesu, Registrar, Professor Amresh Samantraya, and Professor Rangaya, who is heading the Psychology Department here, Applied Psychology Department here. And all delegates, some of my old friends I can see here, whom we have been meeting in various conferences at various places, and all delegates who have come from far-flung areas, all friends, all students, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to welcome our Education Minister. He visited Gandhigram, the other university which I was looking after, and during discussions when we said this is the 150th year of Shri Aurobindo's birth anniversary and 100th year of Shri Bhartiya Subramaniam Bhartiya's remembrance year, and are getting 2 chairs which is just about to come, though we didn't get letter at that time. Mr. Pradhan immediately said, I'm coming there, and we were so delighted that he readily agreed to bless our university at a very short notice. I do not know how many of you know about Mr. Pradhan, one of the most hard-working ministers we have ever seen. On a routine, he puts in about 16 to 18 hours of work every day. And one occasion I remember when he had just returned very late in the evening, and next morning at 9 o'clock he had called a meeting. We were wondering that after returning at 2 a.m. will he be conducting that meeting at 9 o'clock, but when we went there, he was there with all his homework done, and he was ready to carry on with this. Such a great minister we have. There is no reason why education will not flourish, and he's taken the reins at a time when our national education policy is taking a shape, and you will find the way this is being guided, we are in for a very good time for our education sector to grow in the right direction. National education policy has a lot more. 3 things I've been always highlighting. That is that teaching in one's local language, mother tongue. It was hitherto neglected, but this is being given enough emphasis. Then educate to empower, and then learn to lead. These are the important aspects which are being highlighted, and this, when we develop a lot of skill-based courses, our education will grow, our sector will grow in the right direction. Now, when I joined here, some of the office bearers of this Indian Psychology Association came here, and they said this is one association and we want to organize a conference. And when we talked about it, I immediately agreed, because psychology education in our country, it is there at the post-graduation level. At undergraduation level, yes, to some extent, but at school level, it is totally neglected. Whereas when we discussed, it is one area which is very important for school education at the same time. Nowhere at any stage we tell our school kids that what is good for you, which is the best subject you should adopt. Whatever one is doing, we force, whatever parents are doing, we force them to continue in that. Nobody explores what is their hidden potential, what is their hidden talent. From that point of view, psychology becomes a very important subject for school level also, and this was unfortunately not being paid due attention to, and this association took upon itself to start working in that direction. They did enough research. In all the conferences we had very useful papers which were presented, And in every conference, something positive was emerging out. And then we thought school education psychology is going to play a very important role. And soon enough, we shall be joining hands with NCRT to take up this as a big project, so that every school we will be able to have programs which will explore the hidden potential of students, that what is best for them, which is the best subject they should take, and what is their best talent which can be explored further. It's not a must that one has to go in for doing master's degree or for higher level degrees. Depending upon the talent, one would be able to be guided that what is the best course to be adopted. So this is what we thought, and this conference, which has grown over the year, now has about 2,000 delegates attending this. And when we requested Minister, he was kind enough to agree to inaugurate this. I'm sure with this inauguration and with his blessings, this Indian Psychology Association will grow in stature, will contribute very richly to the growth of the subject, and eventually we'll be able to contribute to we'll be able to explore the right talent to guide our students that what course to take, which direction to adopt, and what way to give their best for the benefit of society. So I'm sure that this conference, after 2 days of deliberation, will prove to be a grand success, and we'll be able to take it in the right direction. I am grateful to the Minister and to every delegate who has been here for sharing our thoughts. I am particularly very happy that whenever we request our Governor, she has been so dynamic, so helpful. Whenever we request, she says, I'll be there, don't worry. Whatever she's in, she finds time to inaugurate our programs, help us out in whatever we are trying to do. And we are really grateful to Madam for her presence here. Speaker has been here with us on a number of occasions earlier as well. So we are grateful to all those who have been here. I'm sure, as I said, the conference is going to be a grand success. I would urge all the delegates who are here, even if you do not find time to interact during the talks, I would urge that after the lectures are over, or the presentations are over, through emails and other coordinates, please get in touch with one another so that the real benefits of this conference shall reach every nook and corner of our country, and it will help grow, it will help the subject to grow in the right direction. Thank you so very much, sir, and we are very grateful to everybody here.
Respected Honorable Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, respected Vice Chancellor, Shri Gurpreet Singh ji, respected Speaker through Emblem Selvam, respected Member of Legislative Assembly Emblem Selvam, Kalyana Sundaram, and Professor Amanesh Samantaraya, Registrar of Pondicherry University, and Professor Akabuddin Ahmed, Vice Chancellor, Darul University, Bangladesh, Dr. Armugam Parasuraman, Professor Mukhopadhyaya, and Professor Panch Ramalingam, and Professor Rangaya, and all the dignitaries who are available here, distinguished participants of the conference, teachers, dear students of Pondicherry University, deans, HODs, members of press and media. First of all, I congratulate the Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurpreet Singh, for organizing such a wonderful conference and inviting our Honorable Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji. As it is said, whatever may be the portfolio given to Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, he makes a mark. During his tenure as the Petroleum Minister, he took forward the mission of Ujjala, which was the mission of our Honorable Prime Minister. I remember when that scheme was introduced, Honorable Prime Minister said, when a mother cooks with the woods firewood, she inhales the smoke, which is equal to smoking of 300 cigarettes. So this scheme will prevent our mothers to be safe, protect them from asthma, protect them from lung cancer. So he, as a minister, took forward the mission very successfully. So I congratulate him for that. Again, as a Minister of Education minister, he made a mark in the introduction of NEP, and as our Honorable Prime Minister said, it is moving the children from the classrooms to the global extent. And I thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, because during the pandemic, peak of its intensity, he gave space for COVID Care Center. So I thank this university. Because of that, we could save some patients, and for that, the local MLA Kalyana Sundaram also made some efforts, and I thank the speaker for that support. This is the 12th International Conference on Meeting the Challenges in Schools towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Honorable Minister is going to give his address. As a doctor, as a mother, I always feel that the psychology of the children should be taken care. I used to say handling the children should be like handling a glass tumbler. It should not be very loose, or it should not be too tight also. If it is loose, the glass tumbler will fall and break. If it is tight also, our handling itself will break the glass tumbler. So the child should be handled like that. So that is the psychology we should understand about the children. And we are all forcing the children. When I was talking to a child psychologist, he told me a story. Actually, a pet dog was taken to a veterinary doctor, and the doctor gave a syrup for some ailment for the dog. The pet, the family was respecting the pet, so affectionate to the pet. So they wanted to give the syrup immediately. So one was pulling the lower jaw and other was pulling the upper jaw. The dog was refusing to take the medicine. But during that time, suddenly the bottle fell down and broke, and some of the syrup fell into the ground. The dog just came and licked it and went away. That is the psychology of the children. We are forcing them to do something because naturally they can take anything. So you have to understand the psychology of the children. So I am very happy because, as it is said in the introductory speeches, it is not to treat the depression among the children, to find out the potentiality in the children. As Vivekananda says, each and every one is born with some potentiality. You may be a good painter, you may be a good teacher, you may be a good writer, you may be a good singer, whatever it may be. But it should be explored. As academic researchers, we have to research ourselves. Children, so what is their potentiality? With what potential they have born? So with all these, we have to take care of the children. And I am very happy. And as it is said, Atmanirbhar Bharat. I always laud our Honorable Prime Minister, because during the pandemic period, the whole country, the whole world was crippled. But the WHO and other organizations and even the general people, they opined that India is a country with too much of crowded country with high population. The most affected country will be India. But during that period, because of the motivation of our Honorable Prime Minister, the whole country was geared up. So within 11 months of the onset of the pandemic, we could produce the vaccine, and our vaccine, that Atmanirbhar Bharat, the self-reliant vaccine, 215 crores we have crossed the doses, and we have provided the vaccine to more than 150 countries, which we were not dreamt of during our younger days as medical students. So we have to be very proud. I am very proud, as it is said by Arumugamji, very proud that I have taken my indigenous vaccine and PPE also. When the pandemic was started, we imported the PPE kits. During the peak of the pandemic, Telangana faced very drastic problem during that period. 30 to 40 doctors were admitted because of the poor quality of the PPEs. During the pandemic, the initial days, zero manufacturing units we had. But now we are having 11,000 manufacturing units of PPEs. That is Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that's self-reliant India. We are exporting and the quality of PPEs, and we are the second largest country producing PPEs, which is within just 1 year period, 2 years period. In the initial days, 0 to 2 lakh PPEs per day we are manufacturing. So that's a simple example how even during the crippled days, even during the most challenging days, with our conviction and courage and commitment, Bharat can move forward because of our self-reliance and Atmanirbhar Bharat as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister. So I really thank you for inviting me here, and I wish you all the success. And as I said, we have to take care of the children, because let the children enjoy the schooling. We are forcing them to study. Let them enjoy the studying, and I always say, please treat the girl children. It's not that discriminating, but treat the girl children with much more care, because during the adolescent period, psychological also, physiological also, they are facing more problem than the male children. These are students, so male students. So these are things, small things we have to have in mind, so that all our younger population can emerge as exemplary, talented heads, as our Honorable Prime Minister says, as NEP says, let we move the children from classrooms to the global scenario. Thank you so much.
2022. I request the awardees to come to the podium on the left side to receive the awards. The first award, Professor Gurmeet Singh Excellence Award 2022, is given to Shri Sudhi Nanavati, President GLS University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and this award has been instituted by Professor Panch Ramlingam, President InSPA. The second award, Shri and Srimati Next award is Shri and Srimati P.A. Sharma Excellence Award 2022. This is instituted by Professor Kiran Devendra in memory of her father and mother, and it goes to Rear Admiral K.K. Pandey. The next award, Professor Devendra K. Chowdhury InSPA Excellence Award 2022, is given to our beloved Professor Gurmeet Singh, Vice Chancellor, Pondicherry University. The next award, InSPA APSC Excellence Award 2022, is given to Dr. K.M. Cherian, founder the Study Link Ecole International Pondicherry. The award has been instituted in collaboration with the Asia Pacific School Psychology Trust. Next award, InSPA Educational Excellence Award 2022, goes to Lady Wellington Institute of Advanced Study in Education, Chennai. And this award has been instituted in collaboration with Gujarat Law Society, Ahmedabad. The next award is ISPA and InSPA International Leadership Award for School Psychology Services 2022 goes to Dr. S. Guloganathan, Principal in Harvard NHS, London, United Kingdom. Psychology Services Award 2022 goes to Professor Vishwanath Yadav, Professor of Psychology, Central University of Haryana, Jant College, Haryana. And this award is instituted with the honor of the Indian Institute of School Psychology, Research and Training. Trust Best Performance Award 2022 goes to Professor Pratibha J. Mishra, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, Bilaspur. Next award goes to Dr. Pratibha Ranjan, IIMT, Greater Noida, Delhi, and Dr. Shahid Khan, Head Research and Training, Darti Learning Center, Puducherry. Next, Professor Manju Thakur Leadership Award 2022 goes to Dr. Somni Banerjee, Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management, Kolkata, and this award has been instituted by Professor G.P. Thakur, former President InSPA. The next award is Professor Erika Voigt, Young Scientist Award in School Psychology 2022, and Mrs. D.P. Research Scholar, Central University of Karnataka, Kalaburagi, receives the award. This award has been instituted by Professor Erika Voigt, School Psychologist, Germany. Next award is Dr. D. Rajendran Best School Counselor Award 2022 goes to Dr. Yuta Ghosh, Counselor, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The award has been instituted by Dr. D. Rajendran, former Joint Director of Education, Chennai. The next Educationist Award 2022 goes to the Presidency School, Pondicherry, Pondicherry. And the award has been instituted by Professor Ratna Natarajan Tilpattur. We also are honoring our dignitaries with memento. Professor Gurmeet Singh, patron of the conference. Dr. Suri Nanavati, Gujarat Law Society, University, Ahmedabad. Shri A. Ilanjarian, President, IMTC, London. Shri Mawai So Tangaraja from Germany. Next, I request Dr. Archana Thakur to receive the memento. Archana Thakur from UTC.
Archana Thakur nirka parna.
Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman sir from Mauritius to receive the memento.
My dear friends, don't be stingy on clapping. Please clap loudly, it's a good exercise.
Good afternoon, friends. Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry and Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Sundari Rajanji, Honorable Speaker of Pondicherry Assembly, Sri E.R. Selvam-ji, the local MLA, my dear friend, Sri Kalyan Sundaram-ji, Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, host of this 12th InSPA, Professor Gurmeet Singh ji, former President of Indian School of Psychology Association, Professor B. Mukhopadhyay ji, former Vice Chancellor, Darul Insan University, Dhaka, Professor Akbaruddin Ahmad ji, former Director of UNESCO, former Education Minister of Mauritius, Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman ji, President of Indian School of Psychology Association, InSPA, Professor Pancha Ramalingam ji, Registrar of the University, Professor Amaresh Samantray ji, Professor Rangia ji, Dr. Guleria, Director of AIMS, New Delhi, distinguished delegates from different countries, faculty members, students, and friends from the media. Today is a very auspicious day for all Indians. 2nd October has its special meaning for all Indians
Today we pay our homage to Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji. Today is the 153rd birthday of Pujya Bapuji. It's a coincidence. 1.5 months ago, the 15th August 2022, we celebrate the 150th birthday of Yogi Raj Sri Aurobindo ji. And now we all are in the midst of the Navaratri. Today is the Saptami. It's a nice coincidence. Today is the birthday of our beloved Vice Chancellor, Sri Gurmeet Singh ji. And today, we all are here to discuss and deliberate in one of the very contextual, important and relevant topic, psychology. Psychology doesn't limit it up to, I'm happy Panchalingam ji has invited all of us to attend this international conference in InSPA, but today it is more relevant in the post-COVID-19 period. We all are concerned and we are all are in a place, very important place, in the Pondicherry. Pondicherry is synonymous with our great Indian philosopher, the great monk, Sri Aurobindo, who was a severe critic of the educational system of his time, that means the British period when India was still under the British rule. Sri Aurobindo proposed that education is nothing but bringing out nurturing the latent potentials. Integrate oneself with self, harmonious living of individual with society, country and humanity to make oneself a complete being or an integral human being. He was great advocate of integral education model, and for me, integral education model means knowing the psychology. Knowing the psychology of a newborn baby, he is a student. The teacher who is teaching the student in the early days, he has to understand the psychology of the small student. The parents, the school administrator, in a way, the greater society. If education is the essence of a civilized society, understanding the psychology is the basic essence of education. This is the fundamentals of Sri Aurobindo's integral education. Friends, it's a coincidence. I am fortunate with all this background. We all are here to implement the National Education Policy 2020 since last 2 years. This year is the 3rd year. What Yogi Aurobindo envisioned in the Indian education system in the British period, he used education as the instrument of the transformation for the freedom, for the Swarajya. And we all are here today implementing his vision in the National Education Policy. We are implementing the Nai Talim methodology of Pujya Bapu, Mahatma Gandhi ji in our National Education Policy. We are following the principle and guidance of Swami Vivekananda ji, was very much given emphasis on education as a transformative catalyst for socio-economic change. From ECC to higher education, the basic recommendation of NEP is we must embrace moral and ethical values like seva, ahimsa, satya, swachhata, nishkam karma and shanti. Friends, these are the essence of society, essence of education. And when I'm talking all such things, the fundamental is to know the thing. You will be educated, you will be learned, you will be empowered, you will be enlightened if you know what you are doing. Sometimes education creates confusion. The present model of education creates confusion. Our learned LG, Dr. Sondhya Rajan, being a doctor, she was explaining her experience about psychology. Friends, in today's time, some parents are expecting more from their children. Sometime in a lighter vein, I mentioned to my friends, you are expecting a number of 100%, number of 99%, at least 98%. Putting both the parents' number, they are not 98%. But they are expecting their pupil, their children should get face 98%, 100%. This is psychology. We have to understand this issue. Dr. Guleria is here. He gave us light, I can say, in the pandemic day. Not only he treat me. He also treat entire country. The country was expecting when Dr. Guleria will come in the TV. What guideline he will give today? Whether you wear mask, whether you will not wear mask. Whether you will take Fabiflu or paracetamol or any other medicine. He was playing, he was addressing, he was taking care of the psychology of the nation. Then this is the reality. To know the education, you have to. What is education? There is we all are, unless until we go to the basic core. How do we? Because learning, education, knowledge is a lifelong practice. It's not a matter of school. It's not a matter of higher education period. In the era of this disruptive technology era, in the Industrial Revolution 4.0 era, we have to skill, upskill, reskill of entire population. It's related to psychology. I cite one funny example. When few years ago, technology came in the form of telephone, form of mobile telephone. Then the internet came. Then the social media came. In those days, our parents, I was also a parent in that category, we all are scolding our children, what are you doing? Funny thing, you are engaged in the entire day with telephone, with internet, with smartphone. Who knows what are you watching? We all are saying this is not our job. But today, we all are intoxicated to that kind of technology. Every day, within few seconds, again we are taking our phone, whether my photo is there or not, we are looking after it. The program I have attended few hours ago, it is there or not? What kind of information is coming? What kind of news is coming from the different part of the world? In this era of disruption, we all have to go through the new knowledge system. We all have to go through the new technology system. This is a psychological change. So friend, basic essence of education is to understand the psychology. Just imagine a young kid, very young kid. He is picking up, first he was picking up the specs. Some years ago he was picking up the telephone. Now, if you take the kid in your lap, he or she will take your mobile phone first. From there you have to analyze the psychology. We have a very formal education structure. We are prescribing in the class 1, he will study, he will learn these 4 topics. In class 6, he will learn this language. In the class 10, he will appear in this kind of papers. In the higher education, we are offering engineering courses. We are offering engineering courses on electronics. We are offering courses on mechanical, vertical. But we are not offering course on mobile telephone. But learning electronics, computer science, physics and mechanical engineering, he will produce mobile telephone. Now time is changing. We have to cope up with the time. Our NEP is envisioning all such things. We are addressing the basic essence of psychology. Therefore, for the first time in our country, we have started the formal education system in the age 3. The Bal Batika 1, 2, 3, age 3, 4, 5 and class 1 will start from age 6. From that period, the teacher has to understand what is the aptitude of the student. Whether he or she is towards good speaking, good singing, he or she is good in hands-on skills. That shows the aptitude. When a teacher will recognize that aptitude, if he or she is well equipped in the psychological understanding of the young children. If she or he is well equipped to understand the psychology of a teenager. Friends, education and psychology both are very much correlated. Unless as a teacher, as a parent, as an elder brother, as a peer, as a colleague, we understand the psychology of whom? Of ourselves, of our friends, of our family, of our students. I am happy a group of professors from university are thinking about school psychology. You all need to analyze the psychology of students. I will suggest this forum should be known as Indian Student Psychology Association. And student means from the age group of 3 till his or her life. Because every day we are learning something, that means you all are students. If a society will that much of temper, that much of aptitude, then only will grow. Friends, you have said towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. What does it mean? What does it mean? So many countries produce vaccine. So many countries produce vaccine. I know experts like Dr. Guleria were struggling with some of the companies. They did not get permission in India because they did not commit themselves in the clause of indemnity. It's a psychological issue. They have their own arrogancy. We will not supply to any country with any condition. That means there will be no liability. But in India, we produce 2 vaccines. I am happy our colleague from Mauritius expressed his emotion, how he is given Indian vaccine, Covaxin, and our LG madam mentioned more than 150 countries are benefited by Indian origin, India developed vaccines. Why all these countries have taken Indian vaccine? Because we understand the psychology of the globe. Therefore, we said, we count, we think the entire humanity is our family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is our philosophy. I can cite a number of examples. Why Mahatma Gandhi came to Tamil Nadu, and here in Tamil Nadu he leave his conventional attire and changed to two pieces of cloths. One below the waist and one in the shoulder. Whatever the weather condition may be. Because he understands, if I have to lead the society, I have to guide the society, I have to live like a poorest of the poor man with a two piece of cloth. Friends, in a life, if you want to do anything, we have to understand the psychology. So today, we all are here in this 12th InSPA, in an international conference. I hope the entire global community is concerned today on this issue, especially after pandemic. Because in last 2 years, the society was at standstill, was at stagnation. So we all became introvert. We all introspect ourselves. What do we need? And India has the answer. Therefore, when Prime Minister appealed to the UN to celebrate yoga as an international event, so entire global community, the entire global forum, UN, accept yoga as an international event. Yoga is no more an Indian way of exercise. It's a preventive health care system. It impacts the entire ecosystem of a body. Friends, India has a lot of things to take responsibility, and NEP is a philosophical document for all of us. And I always say this NEP is not only meant for Indian society. Out of 7 billion population of the globe, we are around 1.3 billion. That means we are at the driving seat. We have to create a model. We have to, therefore NEP is the philosophical document to create global citizens for the 21st century. To implement this NEP, which NEP is going to benefit the entire humanity of the globe, we must understand the psychology. These 2 days conference will certainly give us some relevant information, relevant policy document to implement the NEP in a very effective manner. I expect a recommendation paper, not only an abstract paper. After this deliberation, I'll expect Gurmeet Singh ji and Panchalingam ji will come to me. We'll organize a meeting with all important stakeholders of education system. What is the recommendation with Pondicherry 12 InSPA? With this expectation, again, I wish all the best of this international conference. Thank you, friends.
Very respected Education Minister, and the Speaker of the Assembly and all other dignitaries on the dais. I am glad that this visit of our Education Minister is here on a very important day, which the Minister has highlighted. It could not have been on any other day which would have been better than the one which is today. That is the birthday of Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi. And he has highlighted the role Gandhian philosophy has played for nurturing our nation. Gandhiji, if you remember, in his philosophy, said that if you have to progress and if you have to do very well, you have to look after the smallest entity of your country, and that smallest entity of a country is a village. If a village is looked after very well, the entire country gradually would be looked after in the right direction and the country shall progress. You also highlighted the importance that Sri Aurobindo's philosophy has played in nurturing the education system of our country. In fact, there is a lot of similarity between what Gandhiji said and what Sri Aurobindo said in his philosophy. Our minister has brought out that very aptly, and at Pondicherry University, many of you would know that we are very actively collaborating with Sri Aurobindo Society as well as Auroville in designing many skill-based courses for the benefit of students, particularly of those who are belonging to sociology, psychology and philosophy department. History and economics have also roped in, they have joined us, and they are designing courses which will be of a very great importance for nurturing this philosophy further. Minister has also highlighted the importance of this conference from school students' point of view, and he's very rightly said that the name can be changed to Indian Student Psychology Association, wherein all students of all ages can be brought in. And he has said that the importance of psychology cannot be undermined. It is right time when we tell our students that what is their hidden talent which should be brought out in the right direction. This particular part so far was a neglected entity. We never brought out the real talent of a student, whether he is going to be a good cricketer or a musician or a dancer. We were only highlighting that one has to go in for higher degrees. This is what he said, that our national education policy will bring out and it will nurture the talent in the right direction. This particular conference will certainly look at the psychological point of view of the school-going students in particular, because that is the formative year of a student's life. If one is given a right direction, probably one would be doing wonders in one's career, and that's what Minister has very rightly highlighted. And he said that at the end of this conference, a paper can be brought out which will give clear recommendations that what exactly should be done, and he was generous enough to invite some of us that we go and give that paper so that it can be integrated into our education system in a very proper manner. So we are grateful, sir, for your ideas. They have been very thought-provoking, and I'm sure so many experts from different countries who are here will keep this in mind and deliberate so that a right kind of a recommendatory paper can be brought out for including this in our education system. So we look forward to the deliberations and all the great minds who are here from different countries when they deliberate and bring out this paper, which, as Minister said, would be given to the Education Ministry for taking it further in the right direction for the benefit of our education system, particularly in the light of national education policy, which is being now on the anvil. Thank you very much, sir, and we are grateful to everybody for their presence, sir.
Namaskar, friends. We have reached the last phase of this inaugural function, and expression of gratitude is therapeutic, as we all know, psychologists. So most dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries of the dais, delegates, special invitees, friends, colleagues, heads of the department, deans of the schools, and students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here to propose vote of thanks on behalf of all organizing institutions to all those who have contributed to the success of this inaugural function as well as to the conference. So first of all, I thank our Honorable Union Cabinet Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, for giving us a lot of ideas, in fact, and also quoting some of the day-to-day examples, like how people are nowadays habituated to look into phone. The moment you feel fatigued, or the moment you don't have anything in your head, the first thing what we do is, without being aware, unconsciously we take our phone and see. That tells a lot about psychology. This simple act. I think our Honorable Minister has given a lot of insights into how psychology can be taken forward. And also when he suggested, I really like that idea that Indian Students Psychology Association. It's a broader term. I think we will definitely take forward the suggestion of Honorable Minister. And I thank you, sir, for these wonderful ideas that you have put forward. Then I thank our Honorable Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Tamilsai Soundararajan, for giving a simple example, in fact, to understand the sensitivity of a mind of a child, how fragile it is. So the way you handle should be such. In fact, not only child, when you look at almost all the students, the mind of the students are very, very, sensitive. And we have to treat them in that manner. So we are very thankful to you, madam, for giving such an ideas. So thank you, ma'am. And our Honorable Vice Chancellor, in fact, I must tell you, he has reduced our burden when organizing this conference, because he has led us from the front. For even small details, he has taken care. So we are really indebted to you, sir. And friends, let me tell you, Professor Gurmeet Singh deserves a big round of applause for his involvement in our conference. Then we are also thankful to our Speaker of Legislative Assembly of Pondicherry, and also our local MLA, Shri Kalyana Sundaramji. Thank you very much, sir, for blessing with your gracious presence in the conference. And we also thank the professors who felicitated our conference, Dr. Akbaruddin Ahmad and Dr. Armugam Parasuraman, for felicitating this conference. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I would like to also extend our heartfelt thanks to our administrators, Professor Dharani Karsu and Professor Samantraya. In fact, I remember at one point of time, we wanted one signature from Dr. Dharani Karsu, and it had to be done, very quickly. We went to him and he was not there in the office. We went to the Vice Chancellor's chamber, and I think there was some confidential meeting was going on. So we sent the file. I think within no time he signed it and sent it back. So thank you, sir, Registrar sir, and the Director sir. Thank you very much for your cooperation for this wonderful conference. And I extend our thanks to all the special invitees, people who have come from all over the world, and also I thank all the delegates, and we also thank all our administrative staff who have supported us, and our thanks to all the sponsors who have given us financial support also. And our thanks are also due to our research scholars, students, and all our friends. And finally, those who have directly and indirectly supported us, we thank all of them. So once again, I extend our grateful thanks to each and everyone who are here. So thank you very much. Jai Hind.